So, how long will my 160 amp hour Amped Outdoors battery last as we go offshore chasing some salmon? That is what we're going to do for today's video to give you guys some insight because people are always wondering how long, will these batteries last? Now, my 100 amp hour battery, roughly I can get about 14 miles nonstop trolling on that battery, and if maybe a little bit less if it's a strong current out there. Today's conditions though is pretty chill, so this might be near optimal. It's not to say that there isn't going to be any kind of current out there because it's Lake Michigan and there's always some kind of current, but hopefully it's not too crazy and we can kind of like maybe get like somewhat of, I would say, like a baseline idea of how much battery is used up on today's trip. Now, if we are grinding it out like I have been the last few days for salmon because they've scattered everywhere, we're going to have to do a lot of searching different water, depths and all that stuff, which means we're going to be out on the water a lot longer. Maybe today's the same situation. Maybe today they cooperate and it's a quicker day. We're going to find out. But either way, we're starting here on our battery charge using the Amped Outdoors battery monitor, which is great. You can sync it up with your phone. They got the app. It's free to download. We just left the launch here, so basically 100%. It's at 99%. But as you can see right now, what's great about this app is it tells you how much battery capacity is remaining. We got 158 amp hours left. We already used up a little 2 already, leaving the launch. We've got about 9 hours of battery left on at this current speed. So we're starting at, again, pretty much 100%. And we'll do periodic checks here in the video to let you know how long we've been on the water. It is now 5:10 a.m. We're getting on the water. So we'll do some updates where I'll give you a time check and we'll take a look at the battery here. And then we'll wrap it up at the end and see how long we fished for. I'll give you a recap of the water conditions a little bit more for some context. And hopefully this video gives you an idea of just, how much juice you can get out of a battery, at least this 160 amp hour battery from Amped Outdoors, because for me, going offshore in the summertime, when you have to go find fish all over the water column and depths, if it's a strong current and all that, you need more battery to be able to fish out there, especially on those grindier days. It's the reason why I got this battery. It's provided to me by Amped Outdoors, and in no way, shape, or form is my video today going to be impacted by the fact that they supported me and the channel by providing this battery. I'm going to give you my honest feedback as always. So with that being said, let's skip ahead and give you another time check. Time check is now 7 a.m. So we've been on the water for however long. I forgot when we just launched here. We already got 3 fish in the kayak here, but more importantly, let's see where we're at with our battery. We were at 100% when we were leaving the harbor. We are now at 82%. That you can see here at our current trolling speeds of 2.4. This is pretty optimal water conditions. Flat, calm, very little current today. So we're trolling pretty quickly 2.4. And at this rate, we have 8 hours of battery left. And you can see here we have about 132 amps power still remaining. So we'll keep going here and we'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure we'll limit out the way it's looking right now. And when that happens, we'll take another look here at the battery usage, and then we'll talk about it at the end, all right? All right, guys, time check. It is now 8 o'clock. And taking a look at our battery, we are at 72% battery left. We have, let's see, 160 amp hours remaining. We've been consistently trolling at about 2.4, which is a little faster than I normally troll, but that's what they want today. And again, it's a better, pretty much ideal conditions, flat, calm, and very little current. So that's where we're at. And based off of this kind of how we're running right now, we've got 7 hours of battery left here. You can see the amp hour current being drawn is 15.6 amps, so still plenty of juice left. Only 8 a.m., so a couple hours in, we're a quarter of the way through our 160 amp hour Amped Outdoors battery. So we'll keep you updated as we keep going. Time check is now 9:01. It's been an hour since our last update, and we are now at 63% on our Amped Outdoors 160 amp hour battery. Again, we've got about 101-2 amp hours remaining. And so at this point, we've used up just shy of 60 amp hours on the battery since we started. And we're coming up on like almost 4 hours of fishing so far. And we're still maintaining our troll 2.2, 2.4 range. The time remaining at this current speed allows us to stay on the water for another 6 hours. So that's where we're at right now. And we will update again in the next hour. The time is now 11 o'clock. I think I might have skipped an hour. I wasn't paying attention. Not a big deal because here's the numbers. 47% of the battery left with 75 amp hours remaining. I know I need at least 30 to get back in. So I have roughly about 40 amp hours to play with as we keep on grinding out for our last two fish. Here it says that if we keep on trolling it, we're trolling it right now at like 2.1, 2.2. It give us another 5 hours of run time, which is quite a bit of time. That's a really long day on the water. So that is an update, and we'll finish this thing off once we're back at the dock with the final number. All right, guys, we are coming back in now, completing our day-long trip. We left at like 5:30. It is now 1:30 in the afternoon. It was a grind, but I really wanted to test out the battery. So here's what I got for you. We saved that entire track. We did 19 and a half miles on this 160 amp hour Amped Outdoors battery. If we take a look here, we have about 33 amp hours left, which would give us about an hour still to play around if we chose to. So that hopefully gives you an idea on how far you can go on this battery with this range. 160 amp hours for me, it's gonna be perfect now that we're fishing offshore, cover a lot of water today. 19 and a half miles. And, so one of the great things about having this extended capacity is that extended range. So hopefully this video helps you guys out in choosing what size battery you want for your fishing. 160 might be overkill if you're in a small inland lake. If you're in a great lake like myself, you might need it when your summertime comes and you need to go deep to go find those fish, whether it's salmon or trout or even walleye on Lake Erie. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Don't forget, please like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the water next time.